Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 28 of the Philosopher, Stoic, and Teddy Bear podcast. I'm your host, Kris Eriksen, joined again by Peyman Askari and my other co-host, JP Berg. Today, we have a special episode. We're joined by Randy Hillier and Jordan Kealy. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. I think it's going to be a good one. Our topics are going to be today just party politics in general and the New World Order. So thanks for being here, guys. And we'll start off simply by introducing Randy. Give us a 3 to 5 minute overview of who you are and welcome today. Thank you.
Great to be with y'all, the Teddy Bear, the Philosopher, and the Stoic, and our famous independent MLA out in Peace River country. So for those who don't know me, I was a former member of the provincial parliament here in Ontario for 15 years, served 4 terms, started off as a conservative. Last 3 years I spent as an independent. I spent the last 5 years fighting 34 charges for COVID. Haven't been convicted on any of them yet. Not quite finished, but we're getting close to the end, hopefully. And previous to that, 15 years in office, I founded and headed up a group whose slogan was, "This land is our land, back off government." It was the Lanark Landowners Association. And as you can see, that's the sign sort of in behind me that we used to have plastered all over rural Ontario. So thanks for having me on. It'll be great to talk about party politics, but it isn't always a party. And the New World Order.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your time with us and for all your hard work. Mr. Kealy, welcome to the Philosopher, Stoic, and Teddy Bear episode. Thank you for sharing your time with us as well. Tell us a little about yourself, please.
Well, thank you very much for having me on. My name's Jordan Kealy. I'm a farmer mechanic and a independent MLA for Peace River North. 5 years ago, I never thought I'd be in politics. I got involved in politics because the government pissed me off enough to make me get involved. It's pretty much one of those scenarios where during COVID that my father got sick, and when he was in the hospital, he was in so much pain that he decided to choose MAID. And when I went to go and see him, of course, me being on the farm, just trying to block out the world, I wasn't vaccinated. They wouldn't let me in. So when the rest of my family was up there bidding them farewell, I was down in the parking lot. And it's when it strips away a piece of your humanity, and it left me angry for a long time. And I realized it was the government that did that to me, the mandates that did that. And there needed to be better ways of doing things. And I tried a lot of different ways. That there was protests, speaking up, organizing, until finally somebody mentioned that you should get into government. And I put my name forward as regional director, and I got in, and I was a regional director for 2 years, and I went through certain things where I actually figured out that I could make a difference. And then I ran for the Conservative Party of BC. They actually asked me twice if I'd like to run, and I said, no, I hate party politics. I represent my constituents, and John Rustad was the leader at that time. And he said, well, you can still represent your constituents. And I said, well, I'm not going to be whipped. Like, I represent my constituents first and foremost. So I went for 8 months campaigning for the Conservative Party, and they helped build the party with them, and they had a good policy platform. And then pretty much the Liberal Party went bankrupt, and John allowed a merger between the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party, and it turned into this big tent. None of the Conservatives were asked about that. I wasn't, definitely. And by the time we got elected, that half of our caucus was Liberal, half of it was Conservative. And about 4 months in, the first thing that there was a hiccup over, John kicked out an MLA that was on the Conservative side. And I confronted him about leadership and how it was going to work, this big tent party that we've seen the Liberal Party gobble up Conservative MLAs and spit them out as Liberals. And they they'll always cater to the Liberal platform that pretty much always makes promises and delivers to the swing ridings in the mainland. And I pretty much got crickets back, so I knew that it would probably be me next getting kicked out of the party, because I'm a strong conservative. I'm sticking to exactly what I promised my membership and my constituents. And at that point there, I became an independent along with another one and along with another MLA. And yeah, since then I haven't looked back. I've stuck to my guns on representing my constituents, having integrity, morals, and strong conservative values. And with the Conservative Party, well, they're down 5 MLAs now. That leadership, or John Rustad's no longer the leader. That they turned on him as well. So it's always a roller coaster ride in British Columbia when it comes to politics. And we're going to be back in session in February here on the 12th, and it should definitely be an interesting one. I've got some interesting plans coming up, so